Yeah, not in me in the middle, please.
If he wants to swing, go. Let's go now.
Sharp, relax. Relax.
If you want to go now, let's go.
Relax.
If you want to go now,
Put chair across your face. Don't disrespect.
No, you can't intimidate
Don't
me.
disrespect.
You can't intimidate me.
Don't disrespect.
You can't intimidate me.
Daniel, don't
Who do you
disrespect.
think you are?
Daniel, don't disrespect me. Can't put this chair across your face.
No, fellas.
No, don't disrespect me on my life.
No, man. It's okay.
I want this little boy. Like, don't disrespect me.
Good. No.
Know who the this guy thinks he's talking to?
No. It's good.
Don't take disrespect lightly, Dan.
It's good.
Dan, don't take disrespect lightly. You know?
But then sports is so psychological. Combat is so psychological. And I think the ups and downs of AJ's career have come because of the ups and downs of the psychology, you know? When AJ's on mentally, he's a different guy, man. I mean, I can remember early in his career just being this destroyer and just having this utter mean streak in there, and it would just come out of him when he would fight. You could just see it. He had that it factor, and he was so popular. I mean, and then I remember being at the Ruiz fight at the Garden, and he gets hit with like this grazing shot, never recovers, and he's gone. And this is after I watched him knock out Klitschko at Wembley, getting up off the canvas in front of a crazy crowd because he believes in it. Because AJ already knows how to do it. Physically, he's the goods. But he believes in everything. And when you believe in everything that you're working with together, it's wholeheartedly, the tandem comes together. I think you're going to get the best version of AJ right now because he's got the experience. He's still that physical monster. He's not too old yet. And now he's got that self-belief with a trainer who's bringing out even other little nuances that he may not have been using before.
Now, Chris,
Let me go next.
You jump on in, champ. Go ahead.
Because this is what happens in boxing. First of all, the ring ages fighters quicker than any sport in this world, at least as far as I can see. Along with that aging process in the ring, fighters go through these transitions. I'm expecting something like this.
Yeah, you expect
but
that.
Now
Remember,
it's
Ruiz was a backup opponent. He's the fat kid. Nobody can believe. Yep.
He also dropped him right before that. Yep. Ruiz
He also dropped him.
America. Yeah, and it was America, and it was just a lot for him. And I think after that fight, trying to find his bearings in that rematch with Ruiz, he was very tentative in that fight, as Paulie said. And I think he's gone through enough ups and downs in his career, enough trying to come back to get to the point that he's at now. And again, let's talk about the aging process. He's matured now. Early on in his career, he may not have been at that mature place to handle some of the things that he's been able to handle now. So I think Ben Davison has come in at the perfect time. I think that his world in the ring has come full circle now to a perfect time where mentally he's locked in, he's matured, he's physically as matured as just as much as he is mentally. And it's all starting to make sense to him now. So that's my.
He's a heavyweight. He's 6'6". He's about 18 stone. What would you expect in him? Not to look big and strong? I mean, you know, like he's dangerous. People looking for ways to kind of talk up Daniel Dubois' chances. You don't need to. He's a live underdog, but he's an underdog, and he's an underdog for a reason. He's not as good as Anthony Joshua. He's not a complete fighter like Anthony Joshua, but he's very dangerous, and that's why people love tuning into the heavyweights. Anything can happen on a sixpence.
Welcome back to Quick Rundowns. I'm your host, Kareem, and today we're diving deep into one of the most anticipated clashes in boxing, Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dubois. As we gear up for this heavyweight showdown at Wembley Stadium, we'll explore the fighters' mindsets, training regimens, and what's at stake this Saturday. So let's get right into it.
Biggest nights in the history of British boxing. This Saturday, Anthony Joshua bids to claim his third world heavyweight title. Standing in his way, though, is the man holding on to that IBF title, Daniel Dubois. But could his preparations be in jeopardy? For more on this story, we can go live to Wembley, speak to our man, Ben Ransom. Good morning to you, Ben. Now, there are stories circulating that there could be an issue in the Dubois camp. What can you tell us?
Yes, good morning. It wouldn't be a major fight week, would it, without some intrigue, some rumour, and certainly overnight reports on social media have blown up regarding Daniel Dubois' camp.
As the date approaches, the excitement surrounding this fight has reached a fever pitch. Both fighters have been vocal, with the media buzzing about their exchanges.
Don't sit on the table telling me we can go now and do all of this and that. Try to call me out.
Right, can we call that a cut?
Yeah, we will.
Good. Are these coming off now, these mics?
In the lead-up, tensions flared as Joshua and Dubois faced off, exchanging heated words that set the tone for what promises to be an electrifying evening.
Put you on the spot.
I think you in 5.
I said you in 5, yeah. Nah, I'm not thinking like that. You shouldn't.
You should.
You asked me what I think, though. You asked me what I think. If it can happen, I'm praying for it because it's an important fight. Do you know what I mean? But I'm prepared for a long, grueling fight.
Yeah, as you should. Everything has to be earned, right?
Yes.
Everything has to
like
be
my
earned.
respect has to be earned.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I need to earn my respect that night.
Yeah, talking about respect.
Yeah.
Obviously, you saw him from young.
Yeah.
From Pee-wee, amateur to pro,
Yeah.
back in Sheffield. Did
He's
you know this
worked
day was
hard.
coming?
Do you know what's mad? Do you know what's crazy, right? And this is one of the craziest things which I think I'd say is happening in my career, whatever you want to call it, right? Is when you're young and you're fighting, you're like the one that's hunting.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm the old one now in the division now, and people are like hunting me.
Yeah.
So it was only yesterday that I was like the one that was hunting. So no, I never saw it coming because
Young
I'm like,
fire, old flame, innit?
yeah. Now I'm an old man. I got all these people chasing me, and I'm like, where did that happen? But that's father time, part of the game, but it's made me switch on now to work harder because all these ones that are coming up now, they want my blood.
Of course.
Do you know what
yeah.
I mean? Whereas before, I was in the mix. I was amongst them lot.
Yeah.
I was leading that pack.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? And now like Klitschko's retired, Povetkins, Pulev's, like Wilder's on his way out.
Yeah. A lot
like,
of people at
they're
that door,
transitioning.
Yeah.
I'm still holding on, and now I've got this whole next batch coming up.
Joshua emphasized respect in the sport, but Dubois, coming in with a fierce determination, made it clear he's not intimidated by Joshua's legacy. He's bounced back strong from previous setbacks, and now he's primed for this moment. As Dubois himself said, "I'm ready to let my fists do the talking. Enough with the interviews."
I want to get a response to Don Charles's comments. I spoke to him a couple of weeks ago. He says he knows your boxing DNA, your makeup, and that his presence in Daniel's camp should be a concern for you. Got any thoughts on that?
I've got to respect the man's opinion. What Don says is going to be irrelevant when the first bell goes anyway. That's how he feels. But for me personally, I'm focusing on myself. I'm not focusing on Don. I'm not focusing on Daniel. I'm focusing on myself and what I've got to do. And that's all that matters.
The psychological aspect of boxing can't be overstated. Joshua has faced ups and downs, and his mental fortitude has been a topic of discussion.
Left hook head, left hook body. Good, body head. Good, and again. Good, little recock of that right shoulder. Ah, that's it, and again. Good, and again. Good, 2 more. 1 more of them.
Boxing experts suggest that when he's mentally in the zone, he transforms into a force to be reckoned with. This mental clarity, combined with his physical attributes, makes him a formidable opponent.
AJ's been the king for a long time, and we all know he's been the king for a very long time, and on the night I need to become a king slayer, and that's my goal, and that's the mission at hand, so I'm just ready to go.
Meanwhile, Dubois has faced criticism in the past, especially after his loss to Joe Joyce, but he's shown resilience and maturity, proving he belongs in this fight.
I think it's a great fight, isn't it? British boxing have been craving and crying out for a world title, for a big fight, big domestic fight. We had that when AJ fought Vladimir Klitschko, and I think that really was who turns up on the night and who executes the plan, and I think he's in a very good chance to win. You know, neither of them can say, "I've got this in the bag." Run it back, Mike Tyson. If you're walking into that afraid of this guy, you're not going to do well. So just be confident, and if you believe you're going to beat someone, just...
His sister Caroline Dubois, a pro boxer herself, has expressed confidence in his mental toughness. She stated, "Daniel's ready for this. He's not intimidated by anyone."
Get everything that you can collectively to become the best, AJ.
A better, not the best.
Okay. The best is still to come?
Yeah. The best is always going to be yet to come. So me as a boxer, as I am giving a service to my fans, I'm giving a service to the sport, I should never sit back and be like, yeah, I'm the best I am. I always got to look at myself and sit down with my team. So how can we make this better? How can we make this better? So yeah, I try and improve in every aspect.
I guess the challenge now is twofold. I know you want to fight the best, and that's what you've always done in your career, but there's an opportunity to become champion again. So the challenge now is Daniel Dubois, and to become IBF heavyweight champion again. It's the first belt you won as well.
Yeah.
Do you need to be at your absolute best to overcome that challenge?
Yeah, probably better than my absolute best to beat Daniel. I respect him as a fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
He's a good fighter, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Very, very talented. And I like the I look at the pros in people, and I like the family, the synergy he has with his family. It plays a massive part. The influence that families have in a fighter's career, I think that is helping Daniel along the way. So, and this is part of their plan, isn't it? So it's not just like he doesn't belong here. It's been part of their plan. So it's going to be a tough night's work for sure.
Is there a part of you, a small part, that's annoyed it isn't Wilder? Because there was a lot of talk it could be Wilder if Wilder came through that fight against Zhang.
No, the fight could still happen.
Yeah.
You think? Yeah, well, for me, why not? I've always said it's not a big deal for me. It is what it is. I get paid to fight.
Yeah.
I used to fight.
So what can we expect on fight night? Analysts are split, with some leaning towards Joshua due to his extensive experience and technical skill. However, Dubois' raw power and determination make him a serious contender.
He's a heavyweight, he's 6'6", he's about 18 stone. What would you expect in him? Not to look big and strong? I mean, you know, like, he's dangerous. People looking for ways to kind of talk up Daniel Dubois' chances. You don't need to. He's a live underdog. But he's an underdog, and he's an underdog for a reason. Not as good as Anthony Joshua. He's not a complete fighter like Anthony Joshua, but he's very dangerous. And that's why people love tuning into the heavyweights. Anything can happen on a sixpence.
Eddie Hearn, Joshua's promoter, acknowledged Dubois' capabilities but emphasized that Joshua has the complete skill set to outmaneuver him. He's dangerous, but there's a reason he's the underdog, Hearn remarked.
We've accepted it, basically, and acceptance is a way of cure. You move forward.
What have you changed in AJ?
Nothing really. I just think that maybe it's the way that we articulate what it is that we want him to do, and we set out a game plan. Is as good as it gets when it comes to executing.
You and your team, Lee Wiley and everyone backstage, I know you're very, very articulate in terms of the way you break down fighters. You would have broken down Daniel Dubois, you would have looked at those performances. Give me a positive first about Daniel Dubois. What does he do well?
I'm not going to talk about his strengths and weaknesses. That's for us to go away, work on, dissect and plan to overcome. But like I said, we've already done the groundwork. It's just a case of going through that with AJ, and like I said, I know when it comes time to execute, there's no one better.
He's done brilliantly. He went and fought Hrgovic when a lot of people chose not to fight him. He was undefeated at the time and done a magnificent job. First couple of rounds were a little bit tough for him, but he overcome that and showed what he's all about. And the prize at the end of the day was this fight at Wembley. Both those fights, and he fought in those fights like he was the favourite. And he'd go into this fight with a lot of people, certainly I've seen with the bookmakers, as being the underdog. I don't see it that way. I've got a lot of respect for what he's done. Certainly lately, AJ, he's on a roll of 4 wins. But if you look at the last couple of fights, Anthony's fought better quality fighters. Daniel's fought better quality fighters, and I just feel it's his moment. He's 26 years of age, he can punch, he can box. He's a great finisher. If he gets you in trouble, I think he's probably one of the best finishers out there.
Now, let's talk about potential scenarios. If Joshua can establish his jab early and control the pace, he could secure a win. Conversely, if Dubois finds his range and lands those heavy shots, it could be a short night for Joshua.
I looked at him as the guy that is leading the way for British fighters, British heavyweights, British boxing. So he's been the king for a long time, and now is my time. I need to dethrone the king and slay the king, and that's what I'm going to have to do.
So him, he is a little boy. He's an older man, isn't he? I mean, you know, but little boys become men. And that's what's going to happen on Saturday.
Before we wrap up, here are some intriguing fun facts to keep in mind. If Joshua wins, he'll join an elite group of boxers. Only 5 have held the heavyweight title 3 times, including legends like Muhammad Ali and Evander Holyfield.
Questions for you on that. When he said he was going to smash the chair around your face, what were you thinking?
Well, first off, you gotta, you know, he's giving me time. He's warning me, innit? You know, if you're gonna do something, you just do it. But I'm gonna, just whatever. It's just fun. You know, whatever. It's mind games and all of that trickery. But I'm ready to fight. I'm sick of all these questions now. I want to get in the ring and fight.
Okay, but what did you think when he stood up? Did you think he was going to have a go?
I'm not sure. I was thinking he was just going with it. Whatever. Words were exchanged. It didn't mean nothing to me. Nothing.
Well, he said you disrespected him, and he doesn't take disrespect lightly.
Disrespect.
Did you disrespect him?
It's not the right word, is it?
Did you disrespect him?
Is there respect in that ring? There's no respect in that ring. And, at the end of the day, this is a fight. If you want respect, go and become a lawyer. Go and become a lawyer or a doctor or something. But, this is a fight game, and, I'm ready, 100% ready to just go out there and fight now. It's getting closer, and I'm on a home run.
Dubois, at just 26, is one of the youngest fighters to challenge for a heavyweight title. His ascent reflects the new wave of British boxing talent. The fight is backed by a significant financial investment from Saudi Arabia, which is transforming the landscape of boxing and introducing extravagant events like this. As we approach the final countdown to this monumental fight, the stakes couldn't be higher. With Joshua defending his status and Dubois looking to claim his place in history, the stage is set for an unforgettable night of boxing. Join us this Saturday as we witness these titans clash in what promises to be a thrilling encounter. Don't forget to subscribe to Quick Rundowns for all the latest updates, analysis, and recaps.
Clash of power and skill from the out. Joshua will be displaying a composed and tactical approach, working behind his jab, showcasing his experience and ring IQ. Dubois, determined and aggressive, will apply pressure, landing powerful shots whenever he finds an opening. Joshua's movement and defense will be sharp, but Dubois' relentless offense will test him throughout the bout. Both fighters will exchange heavy blows in intense moments, captivating the crowd.
Now,